These are the dog days of Summer Boy. Hello there, this is Dick Benedict. We're currently playing Dark Souls 1 and we are doing a guide and walkthrough for the aforementioned game. So we're going to stalk up to this shrub and do a preemptive R2 on him. And we are currently on installment the 8th, backtracking to the lower Burg. So it's so hot in my room that I had to disrobe, and now I only have a pair of boxer shorts on. Not that you necessarily needed to know that, but I don't always go about that way. But when it's too hot to wear fucking clothes, what am I supposed to do? It's too hot to wear clothes. So, anyway. So we're backtracking from the previous bonfire. We're going to head on through the Undead Parish. My longsword is a +2. The routes I'll be favoring for upgrades are Vigor, or I should say Vitality, Endurance, and I think that's just, let me just say this, I'll focus on different paths later, but until I say differently, I'm focusing on health and endurance. Endurance is going to help us with equipment load and getting more stamina, and obviously vitality will increase our HP. And the thing that I love about this game is that there is no permanent damage, the way it should be. No permanent damage. Whatever you have, you have. It doesn't get reduced. But I think back in which Dark Souls 3 video was I talking about, that I was going through some issues, some mental health issues, so I went over to behavioral health today, and because basically I switched doctors. I was seeing somebody in the city, but their rates were extremely high. We're talking about like $100 a session, and I just couldn't afford that. So I have different insurance, and that enables me to go to somewhere for free, and I did. And I was prescribed some anti-anxiety medicine, basically the same medicine that I've been on for the last 10 years. And I've just taken a couple of them, and much better. Much better. The thing I like about those benzodiazepines is that they don't make me drowsy. And if a medicine makes me drowsy, I won't take it. So I'm very selective about what I take. And the lorazepam is actually helping me out quite a bit, because I was never at ease, just never at ease, and that's wrong. That's really wrong. You know, I'm not trying to abuse medicine. I'm just trying to live my life comfortably. That's all I'm doing. But many people do abuse medicine, and you know, it gives other people who don't sort of a bad rap. However, I will not live my life waking up with so much anxiety that I almost suffocate from it. But watch this. Whoops. Now, if you watch my playthrough, if you watched the playthrough that I had on my channel, you notice that this happened a couple of times, and it is just some of the fallout from having the game run at 60 frames per second. And we won't make that mistake again. So let us try to do this again and go down the ladder very slowly, because the game just it can't keep up with it seems an issue with the frame rate and how fast you're going down the ladder. And if you're going down ladders that are really long ladders, or just it doesn't even matter if they're long ladders, it's just certain ladders in this game that do that. So to prevent it, all you have to do is not press B while you're on the ladder to slide down more quickly. But watch this texture pop in. Anyway, when I was coming home from my appointment, I went to the grocery store to get some groceries, and I was backing out of a parking stall, and I observed as I was looking behind me that another car in an adjacent stall across the way was also backing out. So I said to myself, well, it looks like she may hit me. So I put my car from reverse into drive and pulled forward so I wouldn't hit her. And my brain froze and I couldn't hit the honk button. And then she hits me. And she was crying and telling me that her mother was going to get her in trouble because she was, like 17 years old. And I felt a little sorry for her, and it was like 105 degrees out. So I just said, let's just exchange information and call later because we can't file a police report. This is on private property. And then when I called this bitch's mother, she had lied to her mother and told her that I hit her. How could I have hit her if you ran into me? There is a dent on the back of my car, a pretty hefty dent that you did. On what planet is it my fault when you hit me? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. So she's gonna pay. She's gonna pay. And it's an older car too. It's a 97 BMW that I have. It's my grandfather's car. He willed it to me. And I don't know. It's just ridiculous. When you back up, you have to look where you're going. And it was clear as day that she wasn't paying any attention. Because if she had been paying attention, she wouldn't have hit me. Anyway, so we're coming down here to the lower Burg, you guys. We've got a couple of dog shitters down here to deal with. And there is going to be one edit over here because I did die. And now what we're going to do is open the door for this NPC. And I don't know who he is. Oh, you fucking dog. Fuck you. I don't know who this is. I just found him on this run. It says who he is right there. And do you see the course in that barrel there? It doesn't look like there's an item on them until it actually flowers into existence there. And there is a couple of items there. I also should say that the knight in the Burg and the knight in the tower by the sunlight altar, you do want to kill those guys because they drop chunks, and those are going to help with your upgrades later. So definitely kill those guys. They're not too hard to kill. And you might wonder what I'm doing fighting these torch dredgelings, and I am fighting these guys because there is a twin humanity over here. Kind of I've never seen something like that just in the wide open. But then I perished up here. There will be an edit right here. And when you come down here for the first time, you do get ambushed and these doors open, but now they're already open because the game saves the fact that an ambush happened. But we still have to deal with said ambush, and I hate these guys. Absolutely hate these guys. And I didn't know that strong attacks, they parry those. So I got mauled. So try not to do strong attacks. But anyway, we're coming down here to, well, we already opened the shortcut, so technically, could we have homeward boned it the second we open that? No, I don't think we could have. Another ambush. But I did get paid from my network, BBTV, yesterday, and it's at an all-time low. $21.55. I'm grateful for money. I'm not saying I'm not grateful, but for the amount I put in for last month, you're giving me $20 fucking dollars. Are you kidding me? $20. The most I've ever got is $50. This is the least amount I've ever got. $20. It may as well just be 20. It's just like, and that's why donations are important, you guys. They're not required, but they do help the channel out. And I have a Patreon, but nobody uses it. So this is just a channel that's just not profitable and may never be profitable. But you could always do your part and donate. I would really value that. In fact, I got a comment from Hazardous Echo earlier, one of the star subscribers I have, and he was mentioning that his PC is out of commission until Christmas, and I volunteered to give him that $21.55, my paycheck. I volunteered to give him my paycheck if he wanted it, and I also volunteered to do a fundraiser on my channel in his name, but he did decline. But those are the types of gestures that I do for subscribers, and that's why I don't mind asking folks for donations. But it doesn't go over well with a lot of other folks. So I'm going to snipe this guy. You will need to get your dexterity up to 14 for the bow. The reason I'm sniping him is because there is a shitter to the left. And let's see if we do have to open some door over here. The door to the depths is to the right. We're going to pick this soul up over here. So you could go through the town to get to the Capra Demon, or you could go this way, which is a lot less violent. So let us see where this goes. Oh yes, you do have to open up the cage in the sewers. And there's a vendor down here that sells quite a lot of good stuff. I think she sells homeward bones. I know she sells some resins. But we're going to connect with the gate down here. We're going to open it, and then we're going to homeward bone, and then we're going to be taken to the last bonfire we rested at in the Undead Burg, and that is exactly where I will see you guys when we do the run back to Capra Demon.